Not so many moons long ago, we put the biggest chungus RTX 4090 inside of this tiny 3U server chassis, really just to show off just how much you could fit inside of the CX3171a XL. It was more of an experiment than anything, but I am actually using it as my gaming PC. Now, I intended on showing you guys the thermals in the last video, or the original video I made for this, but my graphics card actually broke during filming of that video. So we had to send it off to Gigabyte for repair. Well, now it's back, and we can finally show off the thermals for it. Obviously, you would want to use a reference style 4090 like this. You'd be better off with a blower style graphics card, or maybe even a water-cooled graphics card, especially since you can fit a 360mm radiator in here. So if we were able to cool this RTX 4090, I think we'd be in business. But I ain't got it like that, and nobody's gonna ever send me any water cooling stuff to actually play with this. So I'm just gonna work with what I got. We'll be using 3D Mark's Steel Nomad benchmark for all of our testing today, as well as playing one game just to kind of see what we could expect. And yeah, you probably don't want to put an RTX 4090 inside of this unless you're able to water cool it, because the results are not gonna be good. Let's take a look. First up are the 4K benchmarks for having the filter installed, which gave us a score of 9,121. When we removed the filter, which gave us a score of 9,202, and then when we changed one of the fans on the radiator to be a chassis fan, and that dropped our score down to 9,032. At this point, you're probably wondering what I mean by no filter and one chassis fan. So obviously we removed the front filter that's on the server, and then for the one chassis fan, we literally took one of the fans on the radiator and plugged it into the chassis header on the motherboard, trying to hopefully force air over the GPU to get better temperatures. And as you're about to see, changing the fan configuration literally did nothing to help improve our temperatures. Now, I didn't test an entire slew of games because after the benchmarks, it was pretty obvious that the no filter configuration was going to perform the best no matter what. So here is one example where I played Escape from Tarkov, and to no surprise, the no filter configuration had the best performance and tighter ranges of temperatures between 76 and as high as 83 degrees Celsius. Admittedly, in the past, I have seen the GPU temperatures hit as high as 91 degrees Celsius with the filter on. Thus, I have been running the system without the dust filter after seeing such high temperatures in the past. I really wish like EK or Corsair or one of the other manufacturers out there would sponsor a video where we could water cool the RTX 4090, so that way we could test this in a improved environment where the 4090 itself was water cooled and the 14700K was air cooled. I think that would be the most ideal situation here. We could probably move everything to air cooling, and that would also show us an improvement. But obviously the biggest improvement that we could make in this setup is just simply removing the filter, because the filter is really restricting the airflow there. It's great that it was included with this chassis. I think it's important that it is there. But obviously when you have something like a 4090 that's in this tiny chassis, that filter can't be in there. And realistically, you shouldn't be putting a 4090 in such a small chassis anyway. But this is kind of just a fun experiment, and just, you know, we're just having fun here, and it doesn't matter. Now, for me, for gaming, I'm going to leave it in there. I think it's perfectly fine. Yes, it gets hot, but it's fine. It's fine for gaming. We're not like benchmarking. And when we play games, we're only in a match for about 40 minutes, and then we're out of match, and then we're back into it. And it's not constantly running at full load anyway. So again, I think it's fine overall. So with all that being said, I think we're going to end the video here, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.